No kidding, this is what I woke up to today. You can learn more from failure than from success, so let's learn some lessons from my failure today. We can only start where we are, not where we wish we were. So instead of starting out frustrated and maybe even anxious from being overwhelmed, it's best to just pick the task that needs to be done the most and start there. I'm starting with emptying the dishwasher because I can't put anything in the dishwasher until I get those things out of it. Let me give you just a little background story of how the kitchen ended up this way to begin with. I wasn't home for the day and I came home to a kitchen that was messy. But instead of cleaning it right away, I decided to make a cooking video, and it was the one where I was teaching how to roast a pumpkin and then making a pumpkin pie. Anyway, I knew that if I started with cleaning the kitchen, I might not have enough energy to complete my video, so I decided to go for the video and let the kitchen wait. I was right about my energy, and so when I got done filming that video, I went straight to bed. And voila, this is what I woke up to. Now, as I am emptying my dishwasher, I noticed that my silverware drawer really needed to be wiped out. So rather than putting my silverware away where I could see some dirt and crumbs, I decided to just wipe that out real quick. It took 2 or 3 minutes. So as I'm going through the kitchen, I am noticing some areas that need to be deep cleaned. And so I'm going to tackle just a few of those. And it really only took me an extra 5 or 10 minutes. Next up is dealing with these dirty dishes, and I use hot water as my best friend. If you have something stuck on while you're doing the easy stuff, if you would fill that up with hot water and get it soaking, then it's going to make your job much easier. It's the same with cleaners as well. Spraying things that you know you're going to be cleaning soon can let the cleaners start doing the work for you so that when you go to wipe it down, it's much easier and takes a lot less energy. Once I get the dishwasher filled, then I know I've done the 2 biggest tasks, and I tend to take the big tasks first. Now, in this case, I really needed to because I couldn't put anything in the dishwasher and get the counters cleaned off until I had that dishwasher emptied. But I do try to take on the biggest tasks first, and then I can take a break knowing that I don't have a ton left to do. As a little recap, instead of getting overwhelmed and anxious about how messy my kitchen was, I decided to start where I was. I decided to not get overwhelmed and take things one task at a time. I started with the biggest, hardest task first because then I knew I was on the downhill slide. I also chose to focus on what I could do that day rather than getting more anxious about the things that I felt like needed to be done but that I couldn't do. Now that my dishwasher has been emptied and filled, I'm starting to work on the countertops. You'll see in this video, although I'm going to take on a few little deep cleaning tasks, you won't see me washing the floor, you won't see me cleaning the oven or cleaning out the refrigerator or cleaning the pantry. Why? Those were things I could not complete that day, and so I can write those on a piece of paper, make up a to-do list, and I can peck away at those throughout the week. But I'm getting the kitchen functional again. I had actually taken apart my fall decor because I used those leaves that you see on the countertop to use in my picture of my pumpkin pie. So now I'm putting it all back together again. You might also notice I started out with a green sweater and now I have a gray sweatshirt on. This sweatshirt is much lighter, and as I was working I was getting more hot, and that big bulky sweater felt like it was in my way, so it was important to make a little change in my wardrobe before I finished the kitchen. I don't have any makeup on yet. I haven't done my hair, so we got the bedhead going on, but I'm at least comfortable. I would say the whole kitchen took me about an hour. So the encouragement there is it doesn't actually take as long as it looks like it's going to take when you're looking at that big hot mess. When you get going and you're taking it one step at a time, one job at a time, it really doesn't take as long as you think it's going to take. Now I'm getting any pans and baking dishes cleaned up. You saw my husband magically disappear there. He was kind of the headless husband. There he is again. So, you know, a kitchen is never completely empty. There's always somebody in there, but that's okay. I'm just going to work around them, doing what I can do. Sometimes they're in there making more mess, and if they're not cleaning it up, that does add to the list. Normally, I do ask people to clean as they go. Sometimes that's just not possible. For example, my husband here is working from home, so sometimes he's coming out to get a quick bite to eat, and he's going to run back in his office because he's usually on meetings all day. And honestly, that is just part of being a home manager, and I get frustrated by that sometimes, and I don't always respond in the best ways. But when I can just be calm, cool and collected, and just taking it one step at a time, it magically does get done. And right there, there's my reward. There's a new sense of calm for me, because look at the difference in this kitchen. But let me just share one more thing. Here is the kitchen reality check. What am I doing? What am I doing? I am messing up this kitchen again. You can see I've had a shower, my hair is wet, and presto changeo. It's time to mess up the kitchen again because this is the reality of life. It's not going to stay clean. We're just going to do the best we can. Now that lunch is over, it's actually later in the day, and I decided to tackle my spice cabinet because when I was cleaning, again, noticing those crumbs. So I'm vacuuming out the shelving here, and I'm just going to give it a quick wipe with my Method wood cleaner. I'm wiping off my contact paper, putting that back in, and then I'm going to make sure that nothing is sticky. I'm going to wipe down the honey with a wet paper towel, and that was molasses, and then I'm getting everything put back in, and I'm going to do that spice rack up over and give it a little bit of a reorganization. I actually changed my mind a few times on where I'm putting which spices. You'll see me do that here in a second. But this is just a task. It didn't take long, and it was just a small thing that I could do and feel good about getting my cabinets cleaned out little by little, bit by bit. Recently, someone called me the queen of clean, and I took that as a compliment. I'm not going to lie. And then I told them the truth. The truth is that none of us have life all figured out. And I may be 55 years old. I may have been keeping a house for 30 years, but I definitely do not have it all figured out. None of us have it all together. We all have moments and seasons where everything clicks along nicely, but all of us struggle. And we get it all figured out, the best routine for the season that we're in, and then guess what happens? The seasons change, and we all have unexpected troubles that come, and they strip away our best intentions and our best schedules and plans. So it's best to figure out, and it's great to figure out the good schedules, the methods, the tools that work, but then we have to kind of step back and be flexible and not beat ourselves up for the things that we can't do or the times when the schedules and the perfect routines all start to fall apart. When it falls apart, it's best to just either take things one step at a time and do what you can and keep working, or sit down and figure if maybe it's time for new routines and new schedules to reflect your new season of life rather than continuing to do the things that are no longer working. And don't be fooled by those perfectly clean houses you see here on YouTube. Everybody has struggles and problems of their own, and everybody's doing the best they can, and you're not seeing the whole picture. I hope this video gives you the inspiration and encouragement to tackle one of your messes today. I'm linking other cleaning videos up in the upper right corner so that you can keep watching and clean along with me. And remember that God loves you and I love you, and I can't wait to see you next time.